You wake up, go to the bathroom, look at yourself in the mirror, and feel something that many men over 60 know well, but few admit out loud. Your body no longer responds like it used to. The strength that once came naturally now feels distant. And then comes that thought, will I have to rely on medication for the rest of my life? The answer is no, because the truth is, there's a simple habit, natural, safe, and effective, that mature men are using to regain their erection in just 3 minutes a day. A habit that doesn't require pills, tricks, or anything beyond your own body. Today, you're going to discover this method, a step-by-step routine that activates what truly matters for an erection to happen, the circulation in your lower abdomen and the muscles that keep everything firm at the right moment. And the best part? You don't need to spend a dime on miracle formulas. Before we continue, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Here, the content is clear, practical, and made for you. And let me know in the comments. Type confidence if you feel ready to take back control, or doubt if you're still looking to understand how all this works. Many men, when they notice their strength fading, rush to quick fixes, expensive pills, products that promise immediate results, but only mask the real issue. What almost no one tells you, and what you need to hear, is that the true cause of erectile difficulty isn't external. It's not your age, it's not just stress, it's within your own body. And believe me, it's much simpler than it seems. Over the years, circulation in the intimate area becomes less efficient. The blood vessels that once allowed generous blood flow start to narrow and lose flexibility. The blood that should arrive with strength, bringing oxygen and nutrients to keep the erection firm, struggles to get through. And without enough blood, you know what happens. Your body doesn't respond when you need it most. But that's not all. There's another factor, just as important as circulation, that is rarely mentioned: the pelvic floor muscles. Yes, those small muscles you barely notice in daily life, but they're responsible for sustaining the erection, for holding the blood in the right place at the right time. And when these muscles aren't stimulated, they simply go dormant. They lose tone. The result? You feel the difference in firmness, duration, and confidence. And here's the key point. Your body hasn't forgotten how to respond. It just needs the right signal, the right stimulus to wake up what's been sleeping. It's not medication that does this. It's not some magic formula. It's your own body, when you show it the way. It's like reminding your body, hey, I'm still here. I still need you working well. And what's amazing is that this reactivation process doesn't require hours at the gym, expensive equipment, or anything more than 3 minutes a day. 3 minutes of a simple, natural, and effective habit. The same habit that men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s are adopting and discovering that strength doesn't have to fade with time. It was simply waiting for the right signal. Throughout this video, you'll learn how this stimulus works and how to apply it in practice. Because the secret to a firm erection isn't in a pill. It's in how you care for your body every day. The details, the attention that starts from within and reflects in your confidence in every moment. Now that you understand the real reason behind the loss of firmness, blood that no longer circulates as before, and forgotten pelvic muscles, it's time to discover 2 techniques that can change that. Simple, natural, and effective techniques that any man can do at home, without spending a cent, without relying on medications, and without needing equipment. The first technique is the 4-2-6 breathing. It might sound unusual, but the way you breathe directly impacts circulation and how your body responds. Here's why. When your breathing is short, fast, and out of rhythm, as it often is during a stressful, busy day, your body thinks you're in danger. It releases adrenaline, tightens blood vessels, and sends blood where it shouldn't go, to your arms, legs, and heart. The result? Less blood where you need it most during intimate moments. The 4-2-6 breathing does the opposite. It reprograms your body to leave that alert state and enter a state of calm and readiness. You breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, hold it for 2 seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. This pace slows your heart, relaxes your vessels, improves blood flow, and creates the perfect environment for your body to respond. Just this alone makes a difference. Men who practice this technique before intimate moments report more control, more confidence, and a firmer erection, because their body is truly prepared. If you want to go a step further and truly transform your intimate life, I've prepared a complete guide to help you on this journey. In my digital book, Rediscovering Intimacy, Healthy Sexuality After 60, you'll find practical advice to build on what we've talked about here. How to reignite desire, strengthen your body, overcome physical and emotional challenges, and enjoy deeply satisfying moments, naturally, safely, and at your pace. The download link is in the first pinned comment. Take this opportunity and discover how to bring together health, confidence, and pleasure in your daily life. The second technique is the power pose. Few people realize it, but the way you position your body changes your internal chemistry, your hormones, and even your level of self-confidence. When you adopt an open posture, standing with your feet shoulder-width apart, hands on your hips, chest lifted, and head held high, in just 2 minutes, your body naturally increases testosterone production and lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. It's as if your body receives the message, I'm in control. I'm ready. This pose doesn't require strength. It doesn't require skill. It's just you, standing, breathing the right way, and letting your body understand that this is a moment of security, not fear. Studies show that men who practice this position before facing challenges, whether it's a presentation, an interview, or an intimate moment, feel more confident and perform better. And in the context of an erection, this means more natural strength, more firmness, without needing to rely on pills. Now, imagine the impact when you combine these two techniques: the breathing that relaxes you, unlocks circulation, and sends more blood where it's needed, together with the posture that activates your hormones and reinforces your self-confidence. It's just 3 minutes of your day, but enough to prepare your body and mind to respond the way you deserve. And the best part, the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Your body learns, reacts better, and little by little, what once felt lost starts to return. These are the tools I teach in my practice and that men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s are already using to restore their strength from the inside out. Because it's not medication that does this. It's your own body, when it gets the right signal. Now it's your moment. Up to this point, you've understood what blocks your strength, you've learned about these two natural techniques, and you've seen how the body can respond when it receives the proper stimulus. But the real difference comes when you put this into practice. And we're going to do this together right now. Let's start with the 4-2-6 breathing. You don't need to move anywhere. You can do it sitting right where you are, or standing if you prefer. What matters is that you're comfortable, with your back straight and shoulders relaxed. Ready? Now breathe in deeply through your nose, counting silently to 4. Feel the air fill your lungs, expand your chest. Now hold that breath for 2 seconds. Just feel your body in that pause, as if time slows down for a moment. Now gently release the air through your mouth, counting to 6, letting your body release tension, letting the air carry away the stress and worry. Let's repeat. Breathe in through your nose for 4, hold for 2, breathe out through your mouth for 6. Feel the difference by the second repetition. Your heart starts to slow, your shoulders relax a bit more, your mind feels clearer. This is your body leaving the alert state and opening the way for circulation to flow fully, naturally, without barriers. Now let's move to the power pose. Stand up if you can. Place your feet shoulder-width apart, firm and stable. Put your hands on your hips, lift your chest, raise your chin, look straight ahead. Stay in this position for at least 2 minutes. During this time, keep up the 4-2-6 breathing. Breathe in deeply, hold, release slowly. And as you do, notice the sense of presence, strength, and control over your body. Studies show that this simple pose, done for just 2 minutes a day, already starts adjusting your body's chemistry, boosting testosterone, lowering cortisol. And more than that, it sends a message to your brain that you are in control, that you don't need to fear failure, that you are ready to respond when the moment comes. This exercise may seem small, but it creates a powerful connection between your mind and body. Because an erection is not just a physical reflex, it's the result of a body and mind working together, ready to act as one. Keep breathing in the 4-2-6 rhythm while you hold this position. Feel your chest open a bit more with each breath. Feel your body stand firmer with each second. This is how, in just 3 minutes, you begin to reactivate what felt lost. Remember, this isn't instant magic. It's the first step of a habit that, day after day, strengthens what really matters: your circulation, your muscles, and above all, your self-confidence. Now that you've tried these two techniques and felt how your body responds in the moment, the most important point is understanding what happens when you turn this into a habit. Because real change doesn't come from what you do once. It comes from what you repeat, day after day, with consistency and purpose. When you dedicate 3 minutes a day to simply breathing in the right rhythm and adopting the power pose, something powerful starts to happen inside you. And this isn't about empty promises or magic. This is your body's biology responding to what it needs most: the right, consistent stimulus. First, your circulation. Daily practice helps the vessels in your intimate area, once rigid and narrow, begin to regain flexibility. It's as if the blood finds its path again, flows more freely, delivering oxygen and nutrients to the tissues that sustain your erection. That means more vitality when you want it most, because your body becomes able to do what it always knew how to do. It just needed to be reawakened. Then, the pelvic floor muscles. This small but crucial group of muscles begins to reactivate, day by day. And the more you repeat it, the more they understand the command to work, support, hold. What was weak gains tone. What felt insecure turns into real firmness. And there is more. The impact goes beyond the physical. When you practice these techniques every day, your brain begins to associate this habit with control and confidence. The level of cortisol, that hormone that stress increases and that gets in the way of your intimate response, starts to fall. At the same time, the levels of testosterone and serotonin, so closely connected to desire and pleasure, begin to stabilize. You feel more energy, more security, and more strength to face the day and enjoy your intimate moments in a natural way. And what is most impressive is how this transforms the way you see yourself. The man who dedicates just 3 minutes a day to himself starts to regain the image he sees in the mirror. It is no longer the tired look of someone who believes that a pill is the solution to everything. It is the look of a man who knows that he is building the result with his own hands. A man who rediscovers the strength that his body always had, but that simply needed a small daily reminder to shine again. This is the true impact of a simple and natural habit, without medicine, without tricks, but with the power to transform you from the inside out. Because in the end, vitality lives in the small details of what you do every day, not in what you take once in a while. To help you see how this applies in real life, I want to share the story of a patient who truly touched me. Let us call him John. A simple man, 68 years old, who came to my office looking down, carrying not only the physical frustration, but also the emotional weight of someone who had already tried everything. Pills, teas, products sold as miracles on the internet. He felt exhausted, and in that first consultation, he said, "To me, doctor, I think my time has passed." But what John did not know, and what you know now, is that his body had not given up. It was just waiting for the right signal. I explained to him the same thing I am sharing with you in this video, that with just 3 minutes a day, done with consistency, it would be possible to wake up his circulation and reactivate those muscles that had been forgotten without needing anything other than himself. At first, he was skeptical, but he accepted the challenge. 3 minutes a day, breathing with the 4-2-6 rhythm, standing in the power pose, feeling his body take back control. It did not take much. No extraordinary strength, no expensive equipment, just commitment. 2 weeks later, when he came back to my office, that man who had entered looking defeated came back with a smile. His first words stayed with me. He said, "Doctor, I woke up this morning feeling the way I have not felt in years. My wife even looked at me in surprise." And what had changed? He answered himself. This time, I felt that it was my body doing it, not the effect of a pill. I started to trust myself again. And that is what moves me the most when I see stories like John's. Because this is not only about an erection, it is about regaining confidence, security, the feeling of being in control of your own body once again. It is about breaking free from the cycle of frustration and dependence on external solutions, and realizing that the true strength was always there, just waiting to be awakened. Stories like this happen every day. Ordinary men like you who decide to take the first step, dedicate 3 minutes a day, and achieve a result that no expensive medication can offer. The pride of knowing that it is your own body responding, in your rhythm, in your way. This is the power of the simple and natural habit that you are learning about here. It is not a promise, it is practice. It is a daily choice. It is what separates the man who stays, trapped in fear, from the man who chooses to take back control. Now, this is the most important moment of this video. The moment when you decide whether you will just keep watching or whether you will put into practice what you have learned here. Because the truth is simple. No medicine and no magic formula will replace the power of habit, of daily action, of care that begins with you. In these minutes, you have discovered what truly blocks your strength. It is not age, it is not bad luck, it is not destiny. It is the lack of the right stimulus for your body to respond as it always knew how. You have learned 2 simple techniques, the 4-2-6 breathing and the power pose. And you have seen, through the real story of men like John, that it is possible to take back control and live with more confidence, more vitality, and more pleasure without needing pills or tricks. But all of this only becomes real when you decide to act. When you commit to those 3 minutes a day that can transform how you feel and how you live. There is no need to wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now. The decision is yours. So if you have made it this far, show that you are ready to take that step. Subscribe to the channel right now. When you subscribe, the platform understands that this is valuable content, and it helps to show it to more men who, like you, deserve to recover their confidence and their vitality. Also, do not forget to like this video. That simple action helps this message go even further and change more lives. And after this, take some time to watch the other videos on this channel. Here you will find practical, clear, and safe content to strengthen your health, your vitality, and your well-being in a natural way. Remember, what you do today shapes the results you will see tomorrow, and the first step is in your hands.